Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Can here. Today we are back for another video on Hypixel for some more Skyblock. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a method to make money that personally I've been using for around a couple days now, and so far it's making me a couple $1,000,000 worth of profit. Now, obviously, if you guys want to go ahead and try this out for yourselves, and if it does work, go ahead, drop a like down below and drop a comment and tell me like, yo, did this method work, or did you guys find like any other methods that made a lot of money too? But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get right into this video. Alright guys, so for this method, we're going to be utilizing three different things. We're going to be using the cobblestone collection, which as you guys can see, my island has gotten currently maxed out, which allows us to go and craft the super compactor 3000. And you're also going to be utilizing the auction house as well as the mine merchant here at the hub. So before we go ahead and get right into this, I'm going to show you guys how to level up your mining collection for cobblestone specifically. That way you're able to go and get the super compactor 3000, because in order to craft this, you're actually going to have mined at least 70,000 cobblestone. So while there are multiple different ways to go ahead and level up your cobblestone, the way that I've been doing it is I actually go from the hub island to the gold mine, and then once I'm at the gold mine, I basically go and look for these rail systems on the right hand side. Once I'm there, I literally go run up these rails, and as you guys can see, there's a little bit of a glitched, I don't even know if it's glitched or if it's supposed to be there, minecart, which goes and leads into this little like black room, which kind of looks like it's supposed to be cut off. But if you go ahead and like right click on the minecart, it actually allows you to get inside there. The only thing you really have to do is like try and break through that block, and then boom, it takes you to a room that pretty much is empty except for a ton of stone around you. Now, since I have a pretty good pickaxe with efficiency 5, fortune 3, and experience, I am able to break this relatively fast, but as you guys can see, I'm not able to go and insta break these blocks. So what I actually went ahead and did was I went and got myself a haste 3 potion. Now this one lasts me around 16 minutes and increases my mining speed by around 60%. So if you guys have a high enough level of alchemy, these are pretty much really easy to do, and really easy to like brew them. And also if you want to go and buy them in the auction house, they're also super duper cheap. So what actually happens is that with haste 3, you're literally able to go ahead and just insta break every single cobblestone block here. And of course, since there's just like so much stone around you, you're just going to be getting as much cobblestone as you can. So from what I've seen so far, that's pretty much the fastest way to go ahead and upgrade your cobblestone collection. And then within a couple hours of doing that, you should be able to go ahead and max out your cobblestone collection, allowing you to go and craft the super compactor 3000. Once you've gotten your cobblestone collection to level 9, you'll be rewarded with the super compactor 3000 recipe. And if you go ahead and look at this, it'll cost you around 7 stacks of enchanted cobblestone as well as 1 enchanted redstone block to go ahead and craft it. Now, while you guys can go ahead and mine if you really want to, I found out that the best way to go ahead and get this cobblestone is literally talk to the mine merchant and buy cobblestone for 3 coins each. Now, if you were to go ahead and buy every single cobblestone needed to go and make this, it would cost you around 215,000 coins. So to do this method, you're definitely going to need a little bit of money in your bank account. So now that we have around $215,000 ready to go ahead and spend on cobblestone, we actually have to go and see to buy ourselves a redstone block, because nobody wants to go ahead and move from the spawn area when you could just buy everything off of the AH. So let's go ahead and type REDSTONE right there, and then we should see, you know, what type of blocks are being sold right now. So if you go ahead and look at the ending soon right now, we can see that one redstone block is going for around 50,000, 80,000 over there, 90,000, 85,000, and realistically, I think that by the time these things come to the 5-minute mark and under that, they'll go to around maybe 120 to around $130,000. So if we go and add that up really quickly, we're gonna do like 215,000 plus maybe like 130,000, and that should be a net cost of $345,000 to go ahead and craft one of these super compactors. Alright, so before I go ahead and show you guys how much these super compactors will actually sell for, I've gotten myself 4 enchanted blocks of redstone over here. And what I'm going to basically do is really just spam this mine merchant for a little bit and actually go ahead and craft these enchanted redstone blocks and the enchanted cobblestone into some super compactors. Now this whole thing, including the cost of the enchanted cobblestone as well as the redstone, will cost me around $1.38 million. So as long as we can make a return above that, this should be profitable. Alright guys, so to update, I've went ahead and crafted all 4 super compactor 3000s, and now since it's around 11:30 in the morning, it should be a decent bit more players on right now than last night. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit up the auction house. We're going to go to manage one, we're going to go to create auction, and honestly, I don't really want it to be 12 hours because that means that the auction would end tonight at like 11:30 when majority of players are sleeping. Nobody really wants to bid when there's like 10 hours or 8 hours left. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this duration to around 2 hours. So by 1:30 p.m., a lot of people should be on. That should be near peak player count, and then we should be able to sell this out. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and click that right there. We want it to be at least $450,000 or at least $400,000. That way we make at least $50,000 profit. So we're gonna do 400 and then 1 2 3. That way we have a starting bid of 400,000, and then to go ahead and create this auction for 2 hours at 400,000, it's gonna cost us around 20,000 coins. So we should be making a good profit so long as we even just get one bid on this. Now keep in mind, if you don't get a bid, you can simply just go ahead and recycle this auction, and honestly you'll just lose like $20,000, but in the grand scheme of things you should be fine. Alright, so we've got all 4 of these starting at $400,000 for around 2 hours left. So once these are pretty much done and sold, I'll come back and tell you guys how much money we actually made. Alright guys, so I went ahead and sold all of my Super Compactor 3000. If we go ahead and look at my managed auctions, we've got one of them which sold for 400,000, another which sold for another 400,000, 460,000 for the last 2. So meaning we pretty much made around $400,000 to $500,000 worth of profit. I think around $460,000 profit, but we're just gonna go ahead and round it up, because if we go ahead and then look at the auction browser and then search for Super one more time and then click on the blocks, click on ending soon, there's actually a couple of them which are selling for a little bit more than what we got. So for example, this one's 456,000, this one's 402,000, another one at 400,000 over there, and then some of the other ones, you know, around 400,000, 456,000 over there. So I imagine that if we had not sold like all of them at the same time, we probably would have gotten more money. Or if I did a little bit of a longer time frame rather than 2 hours, you know, let other people get on who might have a little bit more money, we probably would have gotten more. But nevertheless, with around an hour and a half of work, mostly like closer to an hour, we actually made ourselves around $500,000, and it was pretty easy to do. So let me go ahead actually right now, I'll really claim all this money and we'll see the total amount that we got. So let's go ahead and claim this really quickly. Claim this one, so that's like what, let's see, $920,000 over there. This should be around 1.3, and then this should be around $1.72 million. And now let's go ahead and deposit this straight into the bank in case there's like a random guardian or someone over there, and that should bring us to a total of around $6.45 million or $6.465 million. And there we go, 1.7 million, and it only took us around $1.3 million to do it. So this is definitely not a little bit of a beginner's person strategy. Like, you have to have a decent bit amount of money in your balance, but of course, you know, you don't necessarily have to start by doing 4 at a time. You can always start by doing 1, and even like at that point you're only going to need around maybe $350,000 to go ahead and do it. So nevertheless guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video on how to make some money. It's not that traditional in the sense of like you just go ahead and make a farm and do it, but like I said earlier, if you have a little bit of money, you can definitely make a little bit extra just by doing this. And while you guys are like, you know, going and leaving it in the auction house, you can literally go to a pumpkin farm and then literally grind over there too. So nevertheless, I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did and want to see some more type of videos like this, go ahead and drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.